Hi everyone, welcome to Jam's Adventures. I'm Jam. Today we are in South Mississippi, specifically on South Mississippi. We are somewhere between Hattiesburg, Mississippi and Mobile, Alabama off of Highway 98. And we're currently on 57 South, Mississippi 57 South, which goes to the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. And we're going to take a field trip. And the reason we're going to the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area is because back in 2020, a hunter encountered a Bigfoot type creature at the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. So today we are in Mississippi. We're going to go take a peek at this. And I mean, if we have time, we might make multiple trips here, do some research. But today I just wanted to come down and take a look and see what's going on. And I kind of just do a little introductory video for you guys. And maybe we can come back down another day to do more in-depth research and see if we can see what's going on with this Bigfoot sighting here in South Mississippi. All right, let's do it. Thanks for joining today on Jam's Adventures. Please like and subscribe. Wow. Look at that. Crazy. Only in Mississippi. Wildlife Management Area, hunting, fishing, and trapping subject to special regulations. Mississippi Department of Wildlife Conservation, U.S. Forestry Service cooperating federal aid project. So this is one entrance here to the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. There's a couple of signs here for hunters. All visitors must check in and out. Whoa. Whoa. There's wasps in there. I'm trying to get a map and there's wasps. See that? Woo! Ah! I'm gonna get stung. I just want the freaking map. Oh, Jesus. This son's a bitch is pissing me off. Alright, so there's the box. So I threw rocks at them and that pissed them off. I think I got their nest though, but geez, all I did was piss them off. So this is exactly what you don't do if you don't want to get stung. You do not engage black hornets or whatever the heck these things are, wasps, like I'm doing. I have pissed them off. There's one right there flying around. You can see their nest on that little post right there. I just want a map. I'll leave them alone if they give me a map, but I already pissed them off because I got their, nope. See that nest? I don't, you can't see it. There's a nest right there. Oh, that was a butterfly. Damn, it scared the heck out of me. Excuse me. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a wasp right there. And I just want a map. I just want a map out of that box. All right, I'm gonna have to throw more rocks. So, people at home, I am a professional. I'm wearing a yellow shirt. I'm a dummy. Do not ever engage aggressive wasps or hornets like I'm doing here. I am engaging them. I want that map. I'm going to get my map. I might get stung, but I need that map. We are going after Bigfoot, so I need that map to find my way around. But dang it. Wish me luck. Handful of rocks. That just pissed him off more. They won't leave the nest. I'm hoping one of these rocks will hit them so that I can get my map. I need some spray. That did nothing. Did nothing. Okay. So this wasp is not leaving this nest. He or she or whatever you want to call it. I've thrown rocks several times and to aggravate it, and I'm being bombarded by wasps now. But I'm gonna throw rocks again. I just want them to leave a few seconds and then I'll leave them alone. I just want my map. All right guys, here we go. Okay. Yep. That did not do the trick. All I'm doing is pissing it. Oh man, now there's more of them. Now there's two of them. I don't know if you can see them swarming. They are pissed off. But I want that map. I need that map for our Bigfoot research. All right, let's try this one more time.
Mushroom.
That wasp will not go. I'm just trying to hit the wasp. There is method to my madness. If I can hit the wasp with the rock, I can get in there. I'm hitting everything but the wasp. All right. If the wasp will go away for a few seconds. This is not working, guys. It's a good thing I'm not allergic to bees and wasps. They will not leave that nest for nothing. Dude, I don't want your nest. I want the freaking brochure. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. All right. This is what I wanted, guys. Right there. We won. I am so excited. I'm so not excited, exhausted. I just had to fight a fight with WAS to get these maps. I won. I got my maps. I didn't get stung, but now it's time to get out of here. But here it is, Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. We're gonna do this is road 385C. So that road there, we're gonna go down that road. This goes through the center of the area, but we're not gonna go through here right now. We might come back. Right now we're gonna go down that way and kind of circle the perimeter of it. So let's do that. All right, this is 315. So the road is 315. So we're going down 315. Okay, so this is 353, the road in the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area, 353. So we're taking a left on it. So this is 353A, but you can see that they've got it locked off, so we can't go down it. So this is as far as we can go. We're in the middle of the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. We're at 353 intersection with 353A. So let's look at the map and see if we can find that area. So this is the South Central Wildlife Management Area region of Mississippi, 23-24. We're in this area here, Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. You can see there's Little Biloxi, Theodore Mars, Old River, and Wolf River, but we're over here at the Leaf River. So let's see if we can find what we're looking for here. This is a book of regulations. I'm hoping they have a map in here. Hopefully. It's mostly regulations. Oh, here we go. So here we go. Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. So I was trying to find where we came in here. We're on 353A. So we came from this direction. Highway 98 is up here. And we came down Highway 98 and turned off Highway 98. We came down this road here, 57, but this is covered up. But 98's up here. We came down 57, and then we turned this way somewhere, and we came down through the wildlife management area to 353. That's 353 right there. So we're on 353, and we came down to 353A. But we're at this intersection right here. We can't go to 353A because you can see there's a block there, but we're right here at 353A. So we are basically in the center of the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. Now, there's a story of a Bigfoot sighting, which I'm going to tell you guys about in the middle, and it was near the headquarters. So I'm going to show you guys the headquarters. So here's 353A, and then here's the headquarters. So if we keep going down this road, we'll run into the headquarters. So let's go to that headquarters and see what we see. But I wanted to show you, while we're here, let's look around a bit so I can show you guys. I've been up in the Northwest for a while, and Missouri is where I live right now, but I am sweating so bad right now. I grew up in Mississippi. I actually hunted in these areas here. We're near Camp Shelby, Mississippi, which is a National Guard area where people can hunt, and just lots of dirt roads and woods and things. Part of the DeSoto, I think it's part of the DeSoto National Forest, but right now we're adjacent to that in the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. But I grew up hunting and rifles and dirt riding back in the roads, 4-wheel riding in these trails and woods in these areas here. So, and when I grew up, I never heard about Bigfoot being in Mississippi. I didn't get my interest in Bigfoot till I lived in the Northwest. We lived in Idaho, Washington State, and places like that. And that's when I started to be I've always liked Bigfoot, but that's where I really got, because being in Oregon or around Oregon and Washington, Bigfoot's just a big thing up there. So I really got a love for it. And then when I moved to Missouri, I never knew that Missouri was a big Bigfoot site, but it is. Missouri and Arkansas are very high traffic Bigfoot areas, but it turns out so is Mississippi. And like I said, when I was growing up and hunted in these woods, I never realized that these woods right here, look at that, it's pine forest. There's lots and lots of Bigfoot sightings in South Mississippi, specifically this area right here. But I wanted to show you guys, if you notice, the area has been burned. See the pine trees? They're burned. They burned this whole area, and it wasn't lightning. This is actually controlled burns by So what I meant, I was getting tongue-tied. It's the Mississippi Wildlife Fisheries and Parks. So they do controlled burns here, and if you look at the trees there, here, if you get closer here, you can see it's not the trees that they're burning, it's the underbrush. You see all this thick underbrush? Look at that, it's briars and poison ivy and all sorts of vines and all sorts of crap. Look at that. See, it's thick. It's always like that. So they do control burns to help alleviate all this underbrush, and it's supposed to make the forest healthier. See these trees, how they burn? The fire doesn't necessarily hurt the pine trees, obviously. I mean, it scars them, but it's supposed to be healthy for the environment. But I want to tell you guys something. Two notes before we move on. Number one, I was talking about it being hot and humid in Mississippi. I just can't see how a creature like Bigfoot that's, a human-like creature like Bigfoot that's furry could, I don't see how they can handle Mississippi with all the humidity. But they do, and Florida too. The skunk ape's down in Florida. But that's always been a question to me. I would think they're more adapted for the Northwest, the snow and things, but somehow they're able to handle this heat, despite the fact that they're furry and hairy. But there is a storm coming in, by the way. I'm watching it. There's a storm coming in, so I need to watch what I'm doing so we don't run into it before we run out of time here. But the other thing is, these controlled burns. What if the government knows that Bigfoot exists, which I believe they do. I think a lot of people believe that. If you believe in Bigfoot, you also probably believe that the government knows they're real, and they've been keeping it a secret, just like what people say they do with the aliens. But my question is, what if they burn, when they burn these forests, what does that mean for Bigfoot? Where does Bigfoot go when they burn these forests? There's no caves in Mississippi. I mean, there's not like caves and places for them to hide. But I'm just curious now that I know that this is a Bigfoot area. Did they burn these areas? Is that just an excuse to burn off the underbrush? Matter of fact, look, if you notice over here, look at this. I'll give you a comparison. See that? Look at that underbrush there. See how it's thick? Now look over here where they burned recently, and you can see what it does. So, I mean, there might be some truth to it. They burn it because, look, when you burn it, it keeps it, look at all the grass and stuff growing. It allows, look at that. See, this is an area that was burned recently. Look at the trees. See how, now you can walk through it, whereas over there you can't. But I just wonder, if they know Bigfoot exists, did they burn these areas to try to chase Bigfoot off? And since they do burn these areas, what does that mean? You know, the big Bigfoot sighting that we're going to talk about today was 2020. It's 2024, so it's been 4 years. This is recent burns. What does Bigfoot do? And we know they travel in groups. We know they travel in family groups with females and children. So just questions that, things to think about. What does Bigfoot do in an area like this, which is their home, but yet they do control birds and things? And does those control birds and things, is that partly because they're trying to get rid of Bigfoot because they know he's here? I don't know. Interesting though. Thoughts to think about. Let's move on. So hey guys, I meant to tell you guys the story in this video, but I forgot to, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick update, and I'll also give you the link to watch the Spotify about this gentleman. So the gentleman's name, where I got my information, his name is Mike Bluler. Mike Bluler. Mike Bluler is from Biloxi, Mississippi, and back in December the 14th, 2020, he was hunting in the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area, and he was near the area in the video that we're going to go to is the headquarters, but near the headquarters there's some power lines, and he walked down those power lines, and somewhere there was a ryegrass field, and he was hunting in a tree stand overlooking the power lines and that near that ryegrass field, and that's when he had his encounter with Bigfoot. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story right now because I actually want to make a video and kind of go over the story with you in the video. But there are tons of YouTube videos about this incident that happened back in 2020. My favorite podcast to watch is Sasquatch Chronicles. And if you go to Sasquatch Chronicles on Spotify and watch episode 761, Wes Germer does Sasquatch Chronicles, and on episode 761, he talks to Mike Bluler from Biloxi, Mississippi, about his incident back in December the 14th, 2020. So it's actually a really, really awesome encounter, but it's also a scary encounter. It gave him PTSD. This Sasquatch, he was deer hunting in a tree stand. This Sasquatch came up and interacted with him in a negative way, and he was scared. He was fearful for his life. So this is a very good story. You can either watch it on Sasquatch Chronicles, or if you go to YouTube, Les Stroud, actually from Survivor Man, Les Stroud actually interviews him too. So he does a podcast on Sasquatch Chronicles, and there's also a lot of other YouTube videos about him. But I'm gonna put I'll put the links in after this video so you can see some of the links. Hopefully you guys can access those links to get more information. But I would go to Sasquatch Chronicles episode 761, and that's going to give you a really good understanding. And then hopefully one of my next videos, as we're researching this area and doing more into it, I'll do an actual video and kind of go over his story with you a little more in depth. All right, let's get back to it.
Mushroom.
So I was going to show you guys, we were talking about ryegrass. You can see they have the equipment here, and you see they plow up the ground and then they plant the grass. And that's what we see over there. They plowed.
Head north on FS 353 toward FS 353A.
All right. So they plowed over there, but this is ryegrass, I believe. When we talk about ryegrass, this is what we were looking at. So the gentleman was hunting off of a power line near ryegrass, but I don't think this is it. But it was near this headquarters building here for the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. But you can see the grass, and you can see what it looks like. So that's ryegrass. And I'm pretty sure deer like ryegrass. I haven't deer hunted in a long time, but I think ryegrass, I'll double check this and let you guys know. But holy cow, look how dark it's getting. I'm gonna hurry before we get trapped here in this weather. But so today was just more of an exploratory trip, but and the rain's coming in, so we won't be able to stay much longer. But we're gonna come back and do more research, maybe even at the evening. But I'm gonna go a little bit further, see if we can find that power line. But that was ryegrass. So there's the sign for the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area headquarters. There's a house there, and you can see that storm coming in. There's a marker there. Somewhere here, there's power lines. I'm gonna have to go, we'll go home and do the research through Google and see if we can find that. But I think we've seen enough today. Today was a preliminary research to kind of do the groundwork before I come back to do more research. So this was just our pre-research before we actually do some research on the Bigfoot here at Leaf River Wildlife Management Area. But we'll see if we can track down some people and get some, maybe hopefully get some eye accounts, first-hand eye accounts of what's going on here. All right, let's see if we can get out of here before that storm hits. So another thing I wanted to mention was not only do they burn these areas, control burn these forests at the Leaf River Management Area, they've logged them in the past too. So if you see these trees behind me, they're not very thick. Pine trees actually get really tall and really big, and while these trees are pretty tall, they're not that big. They're pretty much babies. I mean, you look close. I'll put my hand on one so you can see. I mean, these are baby pines. You know, I don't see any. Well, let's go over here. Here's a bigger one, but this isn't even the biggest as they get, but just for comparison's sake. I mean, look at this pine. I mean, it's much bigger. So pine trees get really big, but they clear cut these forests, and then they plant them back, at least in these areas, and you know, they do controlled burns. So it's not like the Pacific Northwest where you have virgin forests, redwood forests, you know, hundreds and thousands of year old trees that are huge, that go 300 feet in the air. Even though pine trees, you know, these pine trees are hundreds, you know, can go up to 100 feet or more. Look at that storm behind me coming in. I want to get out of here before the storm comes, because this storm's gonna, if it rains enough here, you can't see, and I don't want to be on a dirt road and get all muddy. But anyway, that's what we got. The reason I mentioned the forest cutting, the tree cutting, and the control burn, because what does that mean about Bigfoot? You know, how does that affect the Bigfoot population in South Mississippi? So just questions. I don't have the answers right now, but just throwing questions out at you guys so that you guys can think about it. All right, let's keep moving. Oops, I hit the horn. I was trying to show you guys the sign. I hit the horn. All right, let's keep moving. So you can see that storm still coming in. So I found a power line. Whether this is the power line or not, where the incident was, I don't know. But this could be it. I mean, there's actually, look at this. So this is a power line, and this is kind of fits the description of what the gentleman was talking about. If there was a field nearby, a ryegrass field, but it probably is somewhere. But anyway, here's the, you can see the power line here. The wind's picking up and a storm's coming in. But this could be it, guys. So I found a power line in the middle of the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area, which kind of fits the description of where the sighting was. Now there should be a ryegrass field here somewhere. So we'll do more research and see if we can figure this out. But at least we know there is a power line here, and we found it. I just wanted to give you guys some zoomed in shots of what it looks like. And once again, these are not the tallest pine trees. These are probably, these aren't mature pine trees. They're babies, basically. So you can see, we had talked about that a while ago. The wind's picking up. But this fits the description, so go do some more research and see if we can figure out where that sighting was back in 2000. All right, let's keep moving. All right, look at the wind picking up. You know, it was hot and humid about 30 minutes ago, and I was sweating but the temperatures dropped. But at least it's cooler right now. All right, let's see if we can find our way out of here. Just so you know, I'm trying to find my way out of here. I don't really know how to get out of here, but I'm trying to find my way out of here. So we're not necessarily lost, but I'm just kind of going with a gut feeling to see if we can figure out how to get out of here. Let's keep going. By the way, look how dark it's getting. It got dark since we got here. It's a lot darker now. So it's evening time. So we'll keep our lookout and see if we see any black blobs slouching and cone heads with long arms crossing the road. Let's keep a lookout, guys. Got my camera on. Okay, so we made it back to Highway 57, which is where we started. That's the road we came down right there. And then, of course, Highway 57 goes from Highway 98 down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Ocean Springs, I believe. But there's 57. So we made it out of there. The storm's coming in behind me, and we made it out without hitting the storm. But I wanted to thank you guys for joining us today on Jam's Adventures. I'm Jam. Today was our preliminary research of the Leaf River Wildlife Management Area in Mississippi for a little research on a Bigfoot incident that happened in 2000. It's 2004, so it's 4 years ago. So I appreciate you guys joining. Please like and subscribe to our channel. I'm trying to do some really interesting and cool stuff that I hope you guys will appreciate. So help support me so I can get out there and do all these cool things. Once again, thanks for joining Jam's Adventures. I'm Jam. We'll see you guys next time.